Hello, and welcome back to Generations Ultimate Monster Hunter. Wrong order. Today, hopefully, I'm gonna finish the 5-star quests. There should, ideally, just be the Kut-Ku Earbreaker quest, which shouldn't be too bad. I have Piercing Boomerang and Big Boomerang, should break the face fairly effectively. I'm not sure if the head might be held kind of high though. It might depend on that, but it shouldn't be too bad is my hope. After which, I have a ton of people to talk to before starting 6-star quests. But hopefully I will be able to make it to at least one hunt, which the goal for that hunt is Brachydios. But frankly, if talking to all the people after the Earbreaker quest takes... If Earbreaker quest and talking to the people takes 40 minutes, I probably wrap it up there. Because it's just a lot of people to talk to. Even only skimming all the dialogue, it takes a while. And the Kut-Ku... This Kut-Ku quest might take longer than I expect. Or, maybe more accurate, longer than I hope. I'm thinking it could take 10 minutes at most. Because the Great Macau was less than 5, I think. And that was also just a head break. This is a stronger monster, maybe a different head placement, so it might be harder to get. But I'm hoping it's at most 10. Yeah, the head's fairly central, but I'm not sure about how well the boomerangs and melee hit the face. I hate that mechanic. It really doesn't add anything. It's just kind of tedious. Didn't think I was quite that close, but it was. It might be better to melee until I have the piercing set up. Piercing and big might be... I also think piercing's probably more important for breaking. Because it's like 4 times the hit count or something. Or like 3 to 6 times the hit count. And if I hit the tail, I don't get any head hits. Well, I don't get any head hits even with piercing, but... Like that there, the wing blocked a face hit. And if I had piercing, it would have definitely hit the face. Can Palicos really not... Okay, it just takes way longer. Normally I'm used to fire clearing in like 3 rolls, but Palicos don't roll, they slide a bit. I actually half expect to get hit there. I do need to heal. I also think Piercing Boomerang might help build gauge faster. Because it's more hits, and that would make sense to me. Greedy. What was it aiming at there? It clearly wasn't aiming at one of my cats. Ah, sleeping, that's good. This is kind of not a... There's health horns and stuff that you can get as a skill. And I think teaching or having that equipped would be beneficial. It's just kind of... Prowler's a weird mode. I don't think it shouldn't come back, but I don't really care if it doesn't. Because to me, the biggest benefit of the Prowler mode is not having to worry about consumable gathering equipment. Like, it is a separate style of combat, which is interesting, but it seems to me like it would be a lot harder to properly re-implement than it would be to add tonfas or magnet spike or I don't know, but if the axe was in anything. There was like a rocket axe, I think. Excel axe that was in a mobile Monster Hunter, I think. And the Macaw's a lot easier to break their head. Because they don't have these obnoxious fireballs that I have to jump 6 times to clear. It's also less... The Macaw runs around less, I think? Like, it runs around a lot, but it doesn't attack as much right in front of it without, like, a preparatory jump. Like, it takes a long time before it can jump. Which is helpful. Oh, but yeah. That Great Macaw quest was so much easier. Again, I'm not saying this is hard, but that was just bad aim. Why would... What were those fireballs? None of them were aimed at anyone. Which makes it harder to dodge because you have no idea what they're targeting. It's just random. It isn't random, it's right, left, or something, but... Not a good start. I know my palicos are bad. They don't have weapons. And that would be helpful. Yeah, Yankuku's a lot harder to focus on head breaking than the Macaw. Which makes me feel like I really hope there's not many more of these, like, specifically focus on breaking the head of a monster quest. While avoiding killing them. I can't reapply Piercing Boomerang until it goes away? It's a weird... Maybe reasonable, but it's odd. That was my cat, what that looked like. Maybe I just shouldn't heal. Because I can take 2 more deaths before an actual card or something. That's what the acorns are all about. And healing's a waste of time? Do the buffs say? Yes, they do. Okay. Okay, that's so slow. Yeah. I think losing 1 acorn is better than healing. losing a second is then risky, so I'm not going to do that, but... Okay, no I am, because it perfectly timed it for the instance in which I could take damage. That was impressive. Oh, weird. The acorn eating fully... it shifts the item you're using. Because I had the herb horn set up on the bar. I hate healing on a palico. It's kind of a prowler specifically. It's the most obnoxious garbage in this game. Cause I think it's bad healing, even with True Health Horn, that's only half my HP. And True Health Horn costs a bunch of points. That's gonna take way longer than I was originally hoping, that's for sure. Already been 12 minutes. Not in the hunt, but... yeah. I forgot that this was such a... obnoxious is overstating it, but like... it charges so much more than the Great Macau does, and that is incredibly detrimental for head breaking. Because if you're trying to break the head, you're going to be standing right in front of it. And if it charges when you're standing there, and it shoots fireballs as well, you just kind of can't... do anything. You just kind of have to take the hits if you want to get as many hits as possible, is what it feels like. Because the precision on aiming is, I would say, almost non-existent without doing like that. Okay. It'd be great if you could do the aiming more freely. Like if it was aim and then shoot, 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 just hold the button down and you continue aiming in the same place. I don't think that's how it behaves. I couldn't test it properly there. Such a mean quest. Yes, killing the monster is pretty mean too, but destroy the crest, or whatever the head thing actually is, potentially harming its chances of reproducing, ruining its life, and then it dies anyway. A new cart. So I can have two things going at the trader at once now. Very important prowler quest, that's for sure. Okay, am I done? Boom, 5 stars. Now I have to swap off. I don't love prowler combat when you have to focus on hitting the monster's head. It's kind of... I'll do the talking here last. Let's start with Yukumo. It's just kind of... it's not precise enough to feel great. If you could have a reticle and aim the boomerangs that way, it would be way better. But as far as I know, I can't do it consistently with a lot of attacks. Okay, maybe these people have nothing worth talking about. That would be good. That would save time and I'd actually be able to do the hunt for sure. I mean, oh, it's just Glavenus. Okay, they just want to talk about Glavenus, not give me actual quests? That's quick. I assume they'd give me quests, because that's what they do every time. Every other star increase, they would do that. Leviathans? That's not specific, right? It's just a class, isn't it? So she's gonna have an upgrade to the blade that I was given in Kokoto? I'm kind of surprised they didn't give quests. And so far the only quest I've gotten was from a random palico. Are there any two-headed monsters? Because like Hydra type monsters would be that would be very fun. A monster where if you do too much cutting damage to the head, it cuts the head off, then it grows back with two, and it gets harder and harder and harder. Up to a point. Where it like caps at 5 heads or something. And it incentivizes like hammer on head and tail cut instead. It would probably not be very fun, but what is this? Okay, they're just saying hello. That's actually very polite. They didn't want me to do something for them, they were just, hi. We make masks for people. Ah, shoot, I don't have enough. I guess I need to level up more palicos. Ah, they're still 4 stars, good enough. I really don't know the most important thing. $300 of those. 800 of those. I'm gonna stick with these for a little bit. Get a good supply like a few hundred might and adamant seeds, and then I won't have to use them forever. So like I'll have an excess supply. Oh, yeah, I already did that. Which is kind of... Rise does this sort of thing where they have multiple quests queued up, but you have to talk, then talk, then talk. You can't talk, then interact and do the trading stuff, and then talk after. It's much better when it's like this. It's a little stilted when you use the second cart, and then they mention they have the second cart, but it's less annoying. I still should collect more, but in about 4 days I need to swap out the other trader. And I have people to talk to, then I can go on a quest. They're gonna have nothing of worth to say. Anything new? Oh, those are actually valuable. Blast coating. More bug nets and pickaxes. I really should have antidotes. I really should. I'm on potions. That should be enough for now. Pretty silly. Oh, I need to update item sets. Set 2 is the one I'll update first, because that is the basis for all the sets. Then I can fix those other ones as it becomes necessary, which it might be necessary right away when I hunt the Brachydios. I wonder if Brachydios makes a good weapon. Probably Blast is my guess, but I wonder if it's good. Or if I can even make it after I kill it once. Maybe I should upgrade my armor. Just maybe there's enough. Maybe I have enough armor spheres that it would be worthwhile. I mean, I have 99 normal spheres. I kind of want to see. Okay, so it's normal sphere, then armor plus. And then Rathalos materials. Okay. I'm gonna do this because it seems reasonably cheap to get like a reasonably large amount more defense. I need to make the Rathalos armor and then upgrade it, but I also might have not checked the correct Rathless armor. I might have checked the chest plate, and that's like the one piece that I'm the least in need of. Okay, I don't have it. Good. I do need scales and shells. I did check properly. Also, I think I crafted the decoration. I didn't craft it because it needed Rathless materials. I remember now. I need wing talons. That's gonna be fun. Please be Demon Riot 2. Nope. And that's it. I'll leave and come back real quick on the off chance there's people that show up after I talked with other people. But that still took 20 minutes, 10 minutes actually, 10 to 15, so it's not that bad. But Brachydios attempt time. If it's quick enough, I might be able to do a second monster. Dangerous slime on its forelimbs. If any gets on you, it explodes. We've been holding out okay. This should be interesting. Creamy waffles. 40, 50. 20, 0. I wonder which I should be using. That's partially because this one's actually enhanced. I think I'm running aerial still. So I want black belt. I'm gonna watch the animation this time. Yeah. It's just more busy with all the giant stuff around it. Okay. I already have my set, but D Island, I'm fine, okay. Just double check. So I have a little bit of extra armor and a little bit of extra attack from the charms. I've never fought a Brachydios. I don't remember watching any fights against Brachydios either. You know, the stamina and HP is very promising. Because even without, I'm assuming there's an HP cap. And it looks like if you get 50 HP from your food, you might reach that cap. And that might be something that occurs fairly consistently. Maybe not though, I don't know how it behaves. Like if... Basically what I'm thinking is, it's actually the perfect time for me to have transitioned away from the Tetsukabra set effect with the health skill, because I'm getting a lot of HP from food now. I forgot to look for the floaty balloon. It might have been in zone 1 and I didn't check. It might have been visible from zone 1. Feels like it's probably zone 6. Or is this probably where it started? Just based on the fact that I doubt it's in the water. And zone 4 seems small. But maybe it's in 5. Maybe it's fine with the water. It's just my image of it is that it is a subterranean monster. Like it lives in caves and stuff. But it's in 5, which is on the ground anyway, so it's fine. I like it. Oh, that's pretty quick running. It has a hammer tail. And I say hammer just by the fact that it would be a mace, because there's hammers in at least World that look exactly like that. Maybe Rise. Oh, I was hoping it wouldn't roar. It took so long. Oh, there's the goop. It changes color. And then it explodes. Cool. Fairly obvious tell. It doesn't interact with the water surface very well, though. It's floating in the air because I guess the water doesn't interact very well. And it actually tracks the explosive goo on a side-by-side basis. And it has to reapply it to the side before it can use it. That's really cool. It's like the right one is slightly lower than the left right now. That's a really cool mechanic. I don't know why it surprises me slightly that it actually tracks like the goo per arm, but it does. Which isn't fair, because this game does a good job of tracking like parts and part damage and stuff, because part breaks and all that, but that's really cool. I want to go for the face. I want to see if I can break the horn more than I want to see if I can cut the tail. Though the tail cut's probably more valuable. It might be a tail break though, which would make it less valuable. Okay, both of them got bombed. Did that destroy all of their HP basically? Or were they already like half or below half? I don't know why, but that attack feels out of place. Like, that's just the generic tail swipe or tail spin sort of attack. It feels really out of place on a monster like this. That's all about punching. Like, it just feels too generic for this monster. Like, too common. Ooh, it changed color. That probably means something. Stop roaring, please. Thank you. Oh, that was very close. Ooh, that was goofy. I actually shouldn't have jumped there. I don't think I hit anything that should have caused me to jump. Like, I'm pretty sure I missed the legs. Ooh, the instant explosion in this state is based on the yellow forehead, maybe? Nope. It's specific attacks in maybe the yellow forehead state. If it's in the yellow forehead, does it place yellow goo instead of fresh green goo? No, still green. Ah, head ram, good. Be very careful of it ramming its head into you. Okay. Cool. So far it's interesting. It's low rank still, so it's not that hard, but so far. It's interesting. It's appropriately unique, except for the stupid tail attack. So many monsters in this game have that same exact tail attack. Like, basically every monster. There's so many that don't, obviously, because they don't have tails in that context, but like so many have the exact same tail attack. So many in Rise and World do as well, but it felt less noticeable for me, because maybe there were a greater variety that didn't have it. It's really just that it feels out of place, because it's such a cool monster, with so much unique about it, with the punching and the forehead stuff, that using the generic... Ooh, bigger. Ooh, it's even bigger than it looks like it should have been. That the generic tail attack feels more out of place because of how interesting kind of the rest of it is. Like, the maneuvering with the fists on the ground is kind of different than most monsters. Like, there's a lot. If it roars right away, I'm doomed. It didn't. I'm safe. I was too slow. It was also a lot of combos on that. But I messed up. Yeah, it's kind of... Like, that's kind of cute. The little arm to rotate is kind of fun. I like the visual of the tail. And obviously, if it has a mace tail like that, it needs to use it. But it just feels like a bit of a lost opportunity. That it just does the normal... Oh, I did not see that coming. That it just does the normal attack. The normal tail attack. Like, having a different setup for the tail attack, I think, would be a good opportunity. Like, maybe instead of a double swing, like the common double swing, if it had instead a single swing that was that first, well, technically the second explosion, I think, should have hit me. Which confused me, which is why I then just stood and got hit by the other one, because I kind of... In that second, I was like, okay, let's see if I get hit by this next one, because I didn't get hit by the first one for some reason. Ooh, yeah, that's a good hit, though. I like it. Yeah, a single bigger, like, baseball swing-esque hit with this tail instead of a generic double swing. I thought I stopped pressing the button, but it didn't cancel. Unfortunate. The baseball swing would be too slow, but like some other tail attack. Maybe I don't know, punches with one hand, causing it to rotate and hit with its tail or something. Like, left arm into the ground as a pivot, right arm, punch in, explode, rotate real quick, smash you with its tail. I think that could be a bad aerial hitbox. That could be an interesting tail attack that they could have had instead. It might have been a bit slow though, which would be a negative. Like, it does that, and then it punches with its other hand. Allowing for it to... Oh, Blast Bite. Can I clear it by rolling in this game? Yes. Like, it would be so much more interesting. A Glavenus Brachydios, where it doesn't sharpen its own tail, but it basically licks its tail, applies the lime, and then its tail swings with explosive slime in a similar manner to Glavenus. I think it would be fun. And as a weird Glavenus variant or something. Which wouldn't really work because it would be maybe too much of a variation, but there's the horn break. Wonderful. I need to eat though. It is limping. Wonderful. Easy. It does do a lot of damage sometimes. Shoot! It dug. Maybe it's in 6 though, based on where it was moving towards. If it's not in 6, then I have no idea where it is. It could be in 2. It fell asleep really quickly. That's impressive. My best wake up might actually be energy charge 2. Mostly because I kind of want to use it anyway for the affinity. Oh. Unfortunate. I wonder if you can break the arms. Gonna roar. Shoot. If I'd gotten the roll correctly and not a high side hop, I might have been in the air and it would have saved a little bit of the delay. Oh. I kind of thought it might not have those attacks after breaking the horn. The, like, head smash attacks leading to explosions. But I was wrong. That was bad aim. I wonder if... I can't remember. I know Raging Brachydios exists in general. I feel like it must have been that, like, the slime on its fists doesn't go away. It just stays fully charged always or something. That seems like the type of thing that it might have. That one's kind of the most annoying attack, because it's not that threatening unless you're stuck there. And if you're not stuck there, then it's just sort of... You have to wait for it to explode or wait for the monster to move away before you can really attack. Ooh, thinking golf for some reason, still. Well, I know why, but like... Golf wasn't the correct thought to begin with, but thinking about golf as a weapon attack, or a monster attack. A Brachydios hunting its slime, which doesn't make sense because it's slime, with its tail. Actually, a different shaped Brachydios tail, where it's like a scoop. And it can scoop slime and fling it at you. I'm about to land on the goop. Ah, not quite good. I think it could be fun. It can catapult the goop. Oh, I still got the tail cut somehow. Wow, that's a really weak tail. Because I barely even attacked it. Its face kind of looks like a Rajang. With the beady red eyes. Yeah, that was pretty simple. Look at that death animation. So prolonged. That was fun, though. I enjoy that. I bet it'd make a good hammer. I bet the hammer is just the tail. Assuming a hammer can be made. I'm assuming everything can be made equally, but... That was fun. I like it. It's a good monster. I'll probably not do another large monster today. Yeah, I like Brachydios. It's pretty fun. Now again, this is low rank. It will get harder and it might get more hectic later, but at least this base Brachydios is interesting. It only has one move I don't like, and the only reason I don't like that move is because it's boring, it's repetitive. Half the monsters in the game have it. But other than that, I don't think there's anything about this monster that I disliked. The blast is a little annoying when you have to avoid zones, but I kind of prefer that to the Apex Rathian from Rise, where it leaves like blobs of poisonous spikes that emit poison. Those are more annoying than these blobs of blast. Like the blast blobs are not bad. Like they're not annoying to avoid. It might be because of how the monster moves around. This is going to be a Brachydios quest, I think. Or it's just her talking about upgrading the blade. Oh, cool. That's going to eventually lead to a quest, I imagine, right? They're going to be like, oh, I couldn't gather this material, so go out and hunt this monster. I'm surprised they haven't given me a duplicate Brachydios quest. I'm glad, but I'm surprised. They've kind of scaled back on the duplicating, which is good. Oh, never mind. It's capture, though. I'm a fan of that. Capture instead of hunt is at least a different style. An Arzuros hunt. That's going to be fun. Yeah. That will be it for today after I check weapons. I want to see if I can make Brachydios a Brachydios weapon. I assume I can't. And if I can't spot it directly here, Dragon Power, Dark Pieces, Dark Stone. Okay. Glavenus. Ooh, that looks pretty good. For fire, obviously, instead of other stuff, but I like how it looks. I'm gonna check Kira Nico for a potential weapon. Brachydios Switch Axe. See what it upgrades from instead of... Oh, maybe there is no Brachydios Switch Axe. Brachydios. Switch Axe is called Demolition Axe. It is a tier 6. 170 with 30 blast. Power file, 1 decoration. Maybe it's not in low rank. It's up from a Dios Axe. The Demolition must be the higher tier, right? Yes. The Dios Axe starts at 120 with 17 blast. That's much more reasonable. So the Dios is an upgrade of Arzuros. Do I have an Arzuros Switch Axe? I don't think so. Can I directly forge one? Yes, I can. So now I have to get that to level 3. I might not be able to. I will be able to. Then I could make the Dios axe, which needs 2 brack shells. Seems pretty easy. I kind of want that. Might not be the best, but it's a change of pace, basically. So, before next time, I will do a few things. On Saturday evening, I will first grind Rathalos to make at least the head armor. Probably also the chest armor. Definitely the decoration. Ooh, that's a weird looking helmet. I like that one's weird too, but this one's very weird. Sorry. I guess I could have been making caps instead of helms. I just felt like the defense was more... Well, I misinterpreted stuff. But I think the more defensive option is kind of safer. I didn't notice that some of them have different attack values though. It's like the Rathalos Folds is the correct choice. The Greaves doesn't matter, but it's better defense. It's the head where it was sort of interesting, because the cap gives more attack, which actually might make me build the cap instead of the helm. But I'll have to do basic math, and I'm pretty sure basic math will indicate one more attack is pointless. It won't get me to 20. I'll be at like 16, which is still not enough. So I'll have to actually count. See, I'm currently at... This would get me to 13. The decoration would get me to 16. And that's still not enough. So the better defense of the helm is worth more than one more fire resist, probably. And it's kind of the classic Rathalos helm, I think. Yeah, I'll grind a Rathalos. I'll grind the Brachydios axe. I will try to clear through the collection of like duplicates. It's like I won't do this, I won't do this. I will do this, won't do this, won't do this, will do this, will do this, and I'll do all these. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. And I definitely won't do the Kieran. Place flag on mountaintop. No idea what that means. Yeah, I'll clear a bunch of these. I will save the prowler because this is an actual hunt. But I'll clear as much of the other ones as I can. But that will all happen after I probably just grind the full Rathalos set. Because Tenderizer is useful. So full Rathalos set should be pretty helpful. And I don't really get anything from the Tetsukabra stuff right now. That will be on a stream, which will be tomorrow at the point that this releases. It'll be Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know if it's standard or daylight though. I just trust clocks. Because it's not pre-2010 anymore, where you have to set the clocks yourself and deal with that. So it'll all be fine. It'll be that at that time. And I never really remember whether daylight savings time or standard time is in the summer or not. Daylight savings time, the name suggests that it should be during the winter, because you're trying to get as much of the daylight as you can, but I'm not sure. Because it could be that... I'm not going to talk about this. This is not relevant. But I'm wrapping up here. But next time I'll continue with like Gormagala, Tigrex. It'll be great. And I hope you have a nice day. Bye-bye.